When we first started this program, finding nets was really easy. We would drop a diver down into an area where there's high commercial fishing, and the area was just covered with lost fishing nets, some layers deep where the diver couldn't even find the reef.
One thing about these nets is they don't stop fishing once they're lost. They get hung up on the bottom, they're out of reach, and they keep killing. It's very easy for animals like porpoises and seals and diving birds like cormorants to get caught in these nets, and once they're caught, they don't have a chance. They're gonna die.
We have documented nets that have been down in Puget Sound for decades. We've pulled up nets that are made of linen that have been, used in the 30s and 40s. And since they started using monofilament line in the netting, all those nets don't degrade in the environment. It's plastic, it stays in the environment for decades, and unless we get these nets out of the water, they're going to continue to fish indefinitely. When we first started the program, we didn't really know how big the problem was. And now, by being very focused on our goal and being very targeted in our removal operations, we've been able to remove over 5,600 derelict fishing nets from Puget Sound. By removing these nets, we've restored hundreds of acres of really important marine habitat. Rocky reefs that weren't available to species now can be used by rockfish and wolf eels and harbor porpoises and all the animals that were getting entangled in the nets before we removed them.
It certainly affects the fisheries. I mean, people don't know that a single net is killing tens of thousands of crab in 1 year, and that net's been there for many years. You can wipe out a whole bunch of fish with a gill net. The first gill net we took off of the Blake Island Reef probably had 50 fresh, big lingcod in it, and it just destroyed the population. But now the population has come back. Now the net's all off of there.
The nets that were suspended across the reefs aren't there, so you don't see layers of bird bones or seal bones anymore. So we were able to successfully clean them all up. So it's a good feeling.
Looks like a lot of them are still healthy.
The next step in terms of removing derelict fishing gear from Puget Sound is to move deeper than 105 feet. We have reports of hundreds of nets deeper than 105 feet, and we know there are many more. We're really grateful to the fishermen who have reported lost nets to the reporting system. Anytime a fisherman reports a net, we can almost guarantee that we're going to be able to find that net and retrieve it. We want to make sure that any newly lost fishing nets don't reaccumulate in Puget Sound. We don't want to have to come back in 10 years and find derelict nets. It's a lot more expensive if we have to go look for a net than if the fisherman actually reports it and we know exactly where it is. So our goal is to eliminate harm from derelict fishing gear in Puget Sound. This is a problem that has a clear cause and a clear solution, and we know the solution, and by working in partnership with the fishing industry and the fisheries co-managers, we're solving this problem in Puget Sound.